We turn now to our panel. Peggy Noonan is a Wall Street Journal columnist and CBS News contributor. Ron Fournier is the senior political columnist for National Journal. Robert Costa covers politics for The Washington Post. And also joining us is the new chief political correspondent for Slate magazine, Jamelle Bouie, and Mark Halperin, co-managing editor of Bloomberg Politics. Mark, you went on Mr. Trump's wild ride at the Iowa State Fair. Let's take a listen.
You think now you're clearly going to go through all the way to the end?
Well, I'm #1 in every single poll, and by double digits in many cases, and we're having a good time, and the people are agreeing with my message, and we're going to make America great again.
So you're staying in to the end?
I wouldn't even think about not.
Do you get a free hat when you ride the helicopter?
Hat is extra.
What did you make of Mr. Trump and the show out there in Iowa?
He got a better reaction than Sarah Palin, Barack Obama, or George W. Bush at the fair, for what that's worth. People not just from Iowa, but from all over the country, partly a celebrity. But I walked with him for about 40 minutes through the fair. People shouted things to him that were some frivolous, but a lot of things like save the country, stop Hillary Clinton, we need you. The establishment today, based on his performance at the fair, based on the latest polls, I think is simultaneously freaked out by Trump and still in denial about Trump.
Peggy, let me ask you about there's Trump, and then there is the Trump phenomena. Yes. So John Kasich suggested he is illuminating something important in the electorate. But
yes.
if you read the Wall Street Journal editorial page, they're saying what he's doing is tapping into some of the worst instincts of a portion of the electorate. Which is it?
Well, I think the Wall Street Journal editorial page is a very great editorial page, but I think John Kasich had a deft political way of approaching the Trump phenomenon, which is to say as a candidate, I understand this, I relate to this indignation and this desire for change. Carly Fiorina approached it that way also. Look, in the Republican field, there's a little gingerness about how to treat Donald Trump. I think there is a general sense that Trump is going to be successful right up to the moment that, in a way, he determines he will not be successful. No one's going to take him down. He will take himself down if he goes down.
Yeah, Ginger, because if you say something mean about him, he's coming back at you twice as hard.
In the papers, in Maureen Dowd's column today, he actually made a warning. He said, you know, I don't hit first, I hit second, I hit hard.
Yeah. Jamelle, you wrote about anger this week. What's your sense of what Trump and also Bernie Sanders, I mean, voters are the ones who make this connection between the two of them. How do you see the electorate this time around?
I think both Sanders and Trump are channeling voters who are angry at very specific sets of elites. On the left, with Bernie Sanders, it's Wall Street. There's still a tremendous amount of anger among the left of the American public that Wall Street was never punished for the Great Recession, was never punished for the financial collapse. That even if the bailouts were a necessary solution, that the people who were responsible for tanking the economy kind of walked away scot-free. For Trump and the right, there is genuine frustration and anger at both the impotence of Republican elites over the past 7 or 8 years, even if, and I think Republicans, the answer that, listen, we weren't in power, so we can't do everything. Even if it's a totally legit answer, it still remains that Republicans didn't do anything to stop immigration. They didn't do anything to stop up the Affordable Care Act. Sort of the signature accomplishments of the Obama administration, Republicans couldn't stop or really even slow down that much.
Right. Okay, Jamelle, we're going to come back. We'll talk more about Trump with all of you. We've got a lot more with our panel coming up. We'll be right back.